Hi everybody, it's Christopher and welcome to Life's Not Over, It Just Looks Different on YouTube. In previous videos, I've been talking about the Registered Disability Savings Plan, the RDSP. And in one video I talked about how money goes into it and the bonds and grants that match from the government to make the account grow. In another video I talked about how the money comes out of the RDSP at age 60 and beyond. And in a third video I talked about why the RDSP is important for people with disabilities. Today I want to spend a little bit of time clearing up a couple of misunderstandings about RDSPs and hopefully address a couple of things that might be on people's minds about these accounts. And the first is about the age. Now, if you remember from the first video, there's basically 5 things that are the qualifying criteria for an RDSP. 1, you have to be a resident of Canada. 2, you have to have a valid social insurance number. 3, you have to be eligible for the disability tax credit. 4, you have to be under the age of 49, and I'm going to put an asterisk on that one and come back to it. And then the 5th one, and I love that the government did this, you have to be alive. Sounds reasonable, I think. But I want to go back to the age one, 49. You can actually open up an RDSP at any age for the person with a disability. So if the person with a disability is 18 years of age or older, they can open up their own account, or maybe with the help of a supportive guardian or caregiver. If the person is under 18, if they're a child, then their parents can open up an RDSP for them. So it can basically be opened up for them at any age as long as they've got all those other criteria in place. But the 49, where that comes into play, is the last year that the government will put in a matching Canada Disability Savings Bond or Canada Disability Savings Grant into the account, up to the end of the age of the year that you turn 49. There's another number that comes into play, and that's 59, because you can actually have an RDSP and keep it open up to the age of 59. It's just that after 49 and up to 59, the government's not going to put anything in there to match anything that you put in. So for that other 10-year period, it's a great place to shelter money or put in some additional savings, and you've got this vehicle that you can tuck it away in. But you're just not going to get any of the matching component from the government, so most people see it as there not being much of a point in doing so. And then at age 60, the money starts coming out, so then the plan is sort of working itself in reverse. But that's where the age 49, that's why it's important, and then the age of 59, that's why I thought I'd touch on that today as far as the age numbers that are important to watch for in the RDSP. There's one more thing I want to talk about with RDSPs, and this also applies to the Retirement Savings Plan, RRSPs. It applies to the Education Savings Plan, the RESP, and it even applies to the Tax-Free Savings Account, the TFSA. And that is to think of these accounts as a basket to hold whatever sort of investments you want in them and whatever sort of investments the financial institution that you're dealing with will allow you to put into those accounts. Some institutions, the only thing that they let you put in is cash, and then they pay you interest on it. So if that's not really what you're looking for, then you might want to look at another institution that allows you to do a little bit more. Many institutions will allow you to put in GICs, or guaranteed income certificates, and they'll also let you put in mutual funds of all different flavors so that you can grow the money that you put into the account. That's most places. And then there are some institutions as well that allow you to put in other investments like stocks, bonds, even options if you're a really savvy investor and you know about these other investment products, you can use those as well. So it really all depends on who you're dealing with to open up these accounts and where you're going to open it. And the reason I bring this up is because when I was working in financial services, people would often call and they would say, I need to buy an RSP. But you're not really buying the RSP. You are putting money into the plan, and then you have to decide what sort of investment you want to put it into within that. In the institution that I worked at, you had a lot of leeway. You could put just about anything into it. Stocks, bonds, GICs, options, whatever you wanted to do. Mutual funds as well. So it's all in where you open up the account. And that will determine what other ways you can make the money grow in addition to the matching component that the government has put in to help the account grow over time. That is everything I wanted to talk about in this video on RDSPs, kind of closing the book on that subject. I want to thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who watches these videos, who's clicked like down below and subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for doing so. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.